I think that's where we're gonna stop for today. I think the textures are having a hard time, a hard time loading. I'm probably gonna clip this though, at this from this point forward, and post this on YouTube separately. Just kind of my brief impressions after just a few hours of playing. I'm not gonna do like a full impressions video right now with how little I've played, because we kind of just barely started. But I kind of just want to share a little bit of my thoughts of what I've played so far. I don't hate it so far. I still want to keep playing, which definitely says a lot, because usually if I play a few hours or something and the game just doesn't really capture me, or just is god awful, then I won't continue playing it. But with a few hours, it's really hard to get an impression like that anyways. Some of the things that are not so good is definitely the performance. Performance is definitely an issue. Like I said, I got a 4090. Yeah, my CPU is not the greatest. It's kind of mid, the Ryzen 7 5800X, but I don't even have a problem like with performance like this with Wukong, and that I get pretty much 60 FPS, except for like a little bit here and there. So having the performance like this go from anywhere. I mean, I'm running frame generation right now. Like, this is what I've kind of changed the settings to. Just go to graphics, and I'm running this in 4K, but most of this is still on pretty high. I've lowered some of the settings down. A lot of the ray tracing I've gone to low to medium. And as you can see, my VRAM is already like crazy high, which for whatever reason, it wasn't even running that high before. It was running like way low, like 10 maybe, and it just shot way up. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, if I'm this setting and then my VRAM's already like maxing it out, like, I mean, something's going on, which I think is messing with the textures, and I think it's messing with a lot of the probably performance issues. Because yeah, textures aren't loading very well. You can probably even see on this screen like some of the like distant stuff isn't really good. But anyways, it's running from anywhere from 60 to the speeder's not even fun right now, really. You get on the speeder and go in like the open world in this area, and it's just like 30 FPS, up to 40, down to 30, up to 60. Well, I'll never hit 60 on the speeder. But definitely a problem there. So performance is probably the biggest issue right now with this game that definitely needs to get fixed. Like, I couldn't recommend this game probably to any, like, if I'm struggling with a 4090 and performance is this bad, unless you guys are playing on like 1080p or something, or maybe even 1440p, like, I don't know if I could recommend it at this point with like how the performance is on a 4090, and I have no idea what it's like on console. There is a little bit of technical issues besides that as well. Like, sometimes the characters are like walking up on railings while they're walking. I had Nyx try to steal something from a guard, and it jumped on the table rather than the guard. So like little things like that. Sometimes the traversal, jumping on stuff, sometimes gets a little funky, where I'm trying to get up on a ledge and it's going right back down for some reason. So it's got issues like that. Combat, I actually don't hate. Enemy AI is, they're kind of dumb. But I actually kind of enjoy it. Like, for example, earlier in the mission, I triggered the alarm, so we had, 40, 50 guys. Not really, but it felt like that, just coming after me and kind of being stupid and not really that challenging with it. The stealth sections, the AI, they kind of alert to you pretty normally, if kind of what you'd expect. They do look a little bit for you. Like, sometimes they'll actually look around and kind of follow where you're at a little bit, that I've seen. But nothing too crazy or too special there. I like the stuff you can do with Nyx. I like that you can kind of distract enemies or attack them. Distract the cameras, pull levers, all that stuff with Nyx. That part's pretty cool. Yeah, it's definitely too early to really say for sure if I'm going to enjoy this game fully. It seems like it has potential. Like, if the performance alone was fixed and I was running this at like 60 FPS, and the textures weren't having issues and stuff, I'd probably be enjoying it even more so than I already am for the few hours that I played. But we'll just have to see. We'll have to see as I continue throughout the week. Like I said, I'll be streaming this hopefully again very soon and a lot throughout the weekend. And unless something is just terribly broken or I'm just not having fun, we'll probably stop. But as of right now, I still want to keep playing. I am intrigued to see how the game's going to open up with the faction reputations, if you get hunted by other syndicates, you know, kind of opening up the stuff you can do, space travel. I don't even know if there's even fights in space. So we'll have to see with that too. Yeah, I can't really put a rating or anything on it, but I think the biggest thing for me so far is, yeah, the performance is not great. There's some technical issues. Some of the facial animations aren't that great. Like there's nothing that's gonna amaze you with Kay's, I think her name's Kay, right? This main character's like facial expressions. So far she's not a character that I'm totally invested in either. Like she's kind of dumb. Like some of the stuff she says is just like, what are you? It's like she's trying to be funny, but it's just not coming across very funny. So I'm not too sold on her yet as a character, but we'll have to see. Maybe as she gets more experienced and you kind of progress through the game and build your reputation, she'll be a little more confident. And I haven't seen too much of the open world, just the world in general. Like I said, being on the speeder kind of sucks because of how bad the performance is. Where I'm like, I couldn't imagine doing a huge fight scene like on speeders or anything like that, because I'm sure it's just gonna be a FPS nightmare. Yeah, that's just kind of a few first very brief impressions just from the first few hours. I'd have to really go back, look at the footage, think about it to get more information on it. But that's kind of where I'm at briefly. I still want to continue playing, so it hasn't lost me yet there. Part of that is probably because it's Star Wars, and the performance isn't too bad to where I'm just gonna stop until they fix it. It's playable. I haven't run into any crashes. I haven't run into anything game breaking where I have to reload saves yet or anything like that. So it could be worse, but hopefully it doesn't get worse and it gets better. But yeah, for those of you seeing this though, let me know what you guys are thinking. If you've played this game so far, if you haven't played it, if you've watched other reviews. Because I've kind of stayed away from the reviews, so I don't know what other people are saying about it, who obviously have way more time than just a few hours. So some things are probably going to change the more that I play, and hopefully they fix some of the performance issues before I finish the game, because that'd be great for when I do my review, which is going to be way late, but is what it is. So let me know what you guys are thinking about the game if you're interested in it. You're gonna pass on this one. I know a lot of people are like, I'll save my money for Space Marine 2, which is probably a good idea. Like I said, I didn't buy this. I subscribed to a month of Ubisoft Plus for like whatever it is, 18 bucks, 20 bucks for the premium. Figured I'd save $100 with it, because with what I'm playing right now, I definitely wouldn't spend $70 on it. Not with the performance the way it is, absolutely not. But anyways, thanks everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.